A 5-part insane drama is what today's video is. It's about a 31-year-old male named Tom, and he finds out that his wife is up to something, but he can't quite figure it out. But there's one thing that he knows for sure: his wife just lied to him about going to work. She's actually going on a hike with a bunch of colleagues, especially one named Ryan. And there's a big red flag about Ryan. 5-part story. Let's get into it.
Okay, so I'm sitting here at 2 a.m. I can't sleep, and I don't know where to start. Sorry if all this is just all over the place. I've been with my girlfriend, let's just call her L, for a year. And, well, we both are into outdoor stuff, hiking, camping, all that, but lately things have been weird. And I'm starting to wonder if I even know who she is anymore. Alright, a bit of backstory. Elle's always been a bit of a control freak. Like, everything has to be just so, or she will freak out. I'm talking color-coded closet, meal prep the whole week, planning our weekends down to the minute kind of thing. At first I thought it was cute, like, oh, she's so organized, but now it's suffocating. Me, I'm more of a let's see where the day takes us kind of guy. I can roll with the punches, but Elle, oh no, not so much. If something does not go according to our plan, it's like the world is ending. We've had some blow-ups over this, but we usually manage to work it out. Or maybe I just give in, I don't know anymore. Anyways, about a month ago, we went on this camping trip with some of my college buddies. I was stoked because I hardly ever get to see these guys. I really wanted Elle to get to know them better. She was, let's say, less than thrilled. Large groups make her anxious, and she just kept going on about how unpredictable camping can be. But she agreed to come, and I was ever so grateful. Well, the trip, it was what you would call okay. There was some great moments. We had this awesome night. It was a hike at night where we saw a bunch of shooting stars, and Elle actually seemed to relax and enjoy herself. But there was also times when I could see her barely holding it together. Like when we realized we forgot to pack the special granola that she likes for breakfast, or when our campfire would not start right away. I spent half the trip trying to keep her calm and trying to make sure my friends weren't putting off by her attitude. Fast forward to 2 weeks ago. My buddy Mike, one of the guys from the camping trip, tells me about this killer hike plan that he's going to go on. It's a tough one, a 12-mile round trip. Some scrambling required, pretty steep in parts, but the payoff is supposed to be insane with the views. Well, I was in. I tell Elle about this, thinking she might be excited too. Oh boy, big mistake. As soon as I mentioned the difficulty, she shut down. She said she's afraid of heights, did not like strenuous hikes, blah-de-blah-de-blah. I was bummed, but what can you do? I told her it's cool, I'd go solo. Well guys, here's where it gets messed up. Last Friday, we had a date night. I picked this new fusion place downtown. They do this crazy molecular, all sorts of gastronomy stuff, and the reviews were amazing. Elle hated it from the second we walked in. Said the decor was trying too hard, complained that the menu was pretentious, and even said the waiter looked at her funny. I tried to salvage the night, but by the time we left, we were both mad. We kinda made up the next morning, but things were really tense still. Then Elle tells me that she needs the day to herself to work on some big project for work. Said that she was going to hole up in the local library all day. Well, I figured, okay, maybe some space would do us good. So I'm chilling at home watching the game with a beer when I decide to check Instagram. And there it is, my heart dropping to my stomach. Elle is tagged in a bunch of photos from the exact hike that she refused to do with me, with her co-workers looking happy as hell. I must have stared at those pictures for an hour. There she is at the summit, armed raised like she just conquered Everest. Ugh, another one of her laughing with this guy from her office who, by the way, she never mentioned before. The caption literally said, and I quote, "Best team building exercise ever. Hashtag conquering fear. Hashtag work fam." I feel like I'm going crazy. She lied to my face twice. Once about being afraid of the hike, and then again about working on her project? And for what? To go with her coworkers instead of me? What the actual hell? I have not confronted her yet. She got home late last night and said the project took longer than expected and crashed. Yesterday, she acted like everything was normal. I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone or something. Well, here's the thing. I can't just confront her about it. Elle doesn't handle criticism well. At all. Last time I brought up something she did that hurt me, she threatened to break up with me. Said I was too, quote, sensitive and that maybe we weren't compatible. Then she didn't speak to me for 3 whole days. I'm starting to lose my mind here, guys. I mean, come on. I absolutely love this girl. Or at least I thought I did. But now I don't even know who she is. Why should she lie like this? Is she cheating? Is all this in my head? Am I the crazy one? I need advice. But how do I even begin to approach this? Do I call her out? Do I pretend I never saw the photos? Is this a deal breaker? Am I supposed to go to her family barbecue next weekend? And the thought of playing happy-go-lucky couple makes me want to puke. Please, if anyone has been in a similar situation, or has any advice at all, I'm all ears. I haven't slept properly in days, and I feel like I'm about to explode. So please, help me. What the heck do I do? Edit. Holy crap, I did not expect this to blow up. My phone's been off the hook with notifications, and I'm trying to read through all your comments. Thank you for the support and advice. To those asking, no. I have not confronted her yet. She's at work now. I'm sitting here trying to figure out what to do when she gets home. I'm scared. I mean, to be honest, but you're all right. I need to say something. I'll update when I can. Ugh, I need a drink. Edit number 2. Oh, wow, I'm overwhelmed by the responses. A lot of you are pointing out red flags I guess I've been ignoring. The threats to break up, the control issues, the lying, yeah, it's not good. I'm starting to see it now. I'm going to talk to her tonight, and I don't know how it's going to go. But I know I can't keep living like this. I'll update after. Wish me luck, I guess. What is up, everybody? So, I have to tell you something. There was 2 comments in the very first update that we need to check out. Both of them are arguing with each other. The first one comes from somebody named Tiger Shark 876. And this is the advice that they have for OP. Dude, wake up. Your girlfriend is a manipulative liar. And you're just sitting there like a doormat. She's probably cheating on you with that coworker. And you're worried about how to confront her without hurting her feelings? Grow a spine. You need to dump her ASAP. Pack her crap, leave it outside the door, change the locks, don't even give her a chance to explain. She's going to manipulate you further. She's shown you who she really is, and you need to believe her. You deserve better than this toxicness. Stop making excuses for her behavior. Her anxiety or whatever isn't an excuse to treat you like garbage. Run. Do not walk to the nearest exit of the relationship and do not pass go. And for goodness sake, get some therapy to figure out why you've put up with this for so long. That was the first comment on the original post from Tiger Shark 876. But there's another comment coming from Panda23. Says, whoa, slow down there, Tiger Shark. You're jumping to conclusions based on one side of the story. OP, don't listen to this overly aggressive advice. Yes, what your girlfriend did was wrong, but ending a 1.5-year relationship over one incident? It's extreme. You need to have an open, honest conversation with her first. Maybe she felt pressured to go on the hike with her coworkers. Or perhaps there's something else going on you don't even know about. Communication is key here. Sit down, tell her what you saw, and explain how it made you feel. Give her advice. Come on, give her a chance to explain herself. If she's truly remorseful and willing to work on your relationship, well, consider couples therapy. Don't throw away what would be a fixable situation just because a stranger on the interweb told you to. Relationships take work. If you love her, it's worth trying to resolve this like adults. Guys, that was the 2 comments. Let me know which one you're rocking with, but we have an update to check out. The title of the update says, Girlfriend. lied about the hike she refused to do with me, and I confronted her, and now everything is falling apart. Update number 1. Hey, it's me again, the guy whose girlfriend lied about going on a hike with her coworkers. First off, thank you for the advice and support on my last post. I never expected it to blow up like that. I've been trying to read through all the comments, and it's been eye-opening, to say the least. So, I decided to confront Londa, L, about my whole hiking thing. But holy crap, did things take a wild turn. The night before I planned to talk to her, I get this very cryptic text from Londa. "We need to talk, it's urgent." Well, my heart stopped, obviously. I tried calling her right away, but she didn't answer. An hour later, another text comes rolling through. "Can't talk now, something happened at work, I'll explain tomorrow." Okay, cue me not sleeping a wink that night, imagining every worst scenario possible. The next day, Londa shows up at my place looking like she had seen a ghost. Before I could even bring up the hike, she drops this bomb on me. Her company is downsizing and she's been offered a promotion. Sounds great, right? Wrong. The promotion requires her to relocate across the country. I was floored. The country? Like completely blindsided. As we started talking about what this meant for us, I couldn't hold it in anymore. I brought up the hiking incident, and oh boy, was that a big mistake. Huge. Londa admitted to lying about the hike, but then she turned it around on me, said I was being unsupportive of her career, that I was trying to make her feel guilty when she should be celebrating this opportunity. It turned into this massive argument where we both started dredging up every little grievance from the past year and a half. It went something like this. "You lied to my face twice, Londa." You never support my dreams. You're always trying to hold me back." Hold you back? I've been walking on eggshells trying not to upset you. Oh, so now I'm some kind of emotional terrorist to you, huh? It just kept escalating. I brought up how she threatens to break up every time we argue, and she accused me of being too sensitive to not understand the pressure she's under. It was ugly. Really ugly. It ended with Londa storming out, saying she needs some time to think about the job offer and our relationship. She literally said, quote, "Maybe this is a sign we should not be together." So, guys, here I am. I'm sitting here feeling like my whole world just imploded. I don't know what to do. Part of me wants to fight for our relationship. I love her. Despite all this, we've had some amazing time together. And the thought of losing her kills me. But another part of me is wondering if this is the universe giving me an out. All your comments about red flags and toxic behavior keeps running through my head, and am I just being a doormat or am I giving up too easily? I don't even know what I'm asking anymore. Should I give her space? Try to convince her to stay and work on our relationship? Or is this the final straw? I feel like I'm losing my mind here. Any advice would obviously be appreciated. I need a drink. Again. Edit. Holy crap, this works fast. Thank you again for the responses. I'm trying to read through all of them. My head is spinning. To those asking, no. I have not reached out to her since she left, and I'm giving her space, I guess. I don't even know if that's the right move. I'll try to respond to some comments when I can think straight. Right now, I'm just feeling numb. What's up, everybody? That was update number 1. Now we're going to check out the comment section for that one, and here we have another heated argument. This time, it's between Sunflower Dreamer 99 and Moonlight Owl 42. The first comment comes in from Moonlight saying, "Dude, this is your golden ticket out of a toxic relationship, OP. Take it. Run. Let's review the facts. She lied to you. Multiple times she turned her lie around on you and made you the bad guy. She's threatening your relationship again over a perfectly reasonable confrontation. She's using this job offer as leverage against you, pal. You know what? This is manipulation behavior 101. She's not considering your feelings at all. She's only thinking about herself and how to control you. You say you love her, but love is not enough when she's not respecting you. Or trust. It's gone. You deserve better than this emotional roller coaster. You want my advice, buddy? Let her go. Don't fight for someone who doesn't fight for you. Use this opportunity to work on yourself. Maybe get some therapy to understand why you've put up with this behavior for so long. Trust me, a year from now, you'll look back and realize this was the best thing that could have happened to you. Stay strong, man. Now, comment 2 from Sunflower Dreamer does not agree at all with Moonlight Owl. Here is the second comment saying, whoa there, you're being way too harsh. Come on. OP, please don't make any rash decisions based on one-sided advice from this Moonlight Owl. Relationships are complicated, and we're only hearing your side of the story. It sounds like both of you are under a lot of stress right now. The job situation is a huge deal, and it's natural for emotions to run high. Yeah, she lied about the hike, that's not okay, but have you considered why she might have done that? Maybe she's feeling insecure about her job, or she's wondering about your reaction. It doesn't excuse her behavior, but it might explain it. You know, as for the argument it takes two to tango, you both said hurtful things in the heat of the moment. That doesn't mean your entire relationship is toxic. Here's what I think you should do. Take a few days to cool off. Both of you need space to process. Write down your thoughts and feelings. It'll help you organize your mind. When you're both calm, have an honest, open conversation. No accusations, just listen to each other. Consider therapy. A neutral third party could help you communicate better. Do not throw away a 1.5-year relationship without at least trying to work things out. If you still love her, it's worth fighting for, but remember it takes both of you to make it work. Good luck, OP. I hope you can work this out, whatever that ends up meaning for you both. Alright guys, that was comment 2, but we're not done yet. It's starting to get personal between Moonlight and Sunflower because Moonlight's coming back with a third comment saying, "Are you serious?" You're advising him to stay in a relationship with someone who's consistently lying and manipulating him. That's not love, that's Stockholm Syndrome. OP, don't listen to this both side nonsense. Your girlfriend has shown you who she really is, believe her. No amount of couples therapy is going to fix someone who doesn't respect you enough to tell the truth. You deserve someone who values you, not someone who plays mind games and holds the relationship hostage every time there's a disagreement. Don't waste any more of your time or emotional energy on this. Cut your losses and move on. And the final comment before we hop into update 2 is, of course, Sunflower coming back at Moonlight saying, "You're oversimplifying a complex situation. Relationships are not black and white. People make mistakes, they grow, they change. Throwing away a long-term relationship over one incident is extreme. OP, only you know the full extent of your relationship. Do not let strangers on the internet pressure you into making decisions you might regret. Take some time to really think about what you want. If you decide the relationship is worth saving, then fight for it. If not, then yes, walk away. But make that decision based on entirely your relationship, not just one fight. Update number 2. Girlfriend lied about the hike. Might be moving for work, and now there's a fake engagement ring. I'm losing my marbles. Hey, it's me again. The guy with the lying girlfriend and the potential cross-country move, so buckle up because this thing just got a bit wavy. First off, thank you for the advice on my last post. I've been reading through everything, trying to make sense of it all. But just when I thought things could not get a bit more complicated, well, you'll see. It's been a week since Londa stormed out after our fight. A week of radio silence, sleepless nights, and me questioning every moment of our relationship. Then, 3 days ago, the universe decides to throw me another curveball. I was at this little cafe near my place, just trying to get out of the house and clear my head, when I ran into one of Londa's co-workers. Let's call him Mike. Mike sees me and comes over with this big ol' grin on his face. He shakes my hand and says, "Congratulations, man. Londa told us all about the engagement. That's exciting with the big move coming up." I just stood there, probably looking like a deer in the headlight. Engagement? What the hell? I managed to keep it together enough just to press for details. Turns out Londa's been wearing an engagement ring at work. She's telling everyone I proposed right before she got the news about the potential relocation. I felt like I was going to throw up right then and there in the cafe. I don't even remember leaving. I Just found myself back home staring at my phone, and before I could ever even think better of it, I sent Londa a text, and all it said was, "We need to talk about the engagement ring." Huh. Well, she called me almost immediately. I let it go to voicemail, obviously, and a minute later, I get that voicemail. And guys, I've never heard Londa sound like this. She was sobbing. She was apologizing over and over, begging me to meet her in person so she could explain everything. Against my better judgment, and probably against the advice of more than half of you, I agreed to meet her at the park near my place the next day. When I got there, Londa was already waiting, and yeah, she's wearing the ring. It felt like a punch to the stomach. She launched into this whole explanation, talking about a mile a minute. Apparently, she bought the ring herself. She said that she made up the engagement story to gain sympathy for her boss, thinking it might help her negotiate a better relocation package. She swore up and down that she was gonna tell me, but could not find the right moment when everything else was just going on. See, I was trying to process all this when her phone starts blowing up. It kept buzzing, and I caught a glimpse of the screen, and there were several messages from someone named Ryan, with a heart emoji next to the name. When I asked her about it, she practically dove for the phone, saying Ryan is a supportive coworker who knew about our situation. The whole conversation was a disaster. Londa kept pleading for another chance, and she said that she would turn down the job offer, and that we would go to couples therapy, and that she would do anything to make it right. But all I could think about was the ring on her finger, and those messages from Ryan. I told her I needed time to think. She was crying as I left, and a part of me wanted to turn back and comfort her, but I just couldn't. So, guys, here I am, more confused than ever, and part of me still loves Londa. We've been through so much together, and the thought of throwing it all away kills me. I keep thinking about the good times, wondering if we can somehow get back to that. But then I remember all the lies. The hike, the fake engagement, and who the hell is Ryan? Can I ever trust again after all this? I don't even know what I'm asking anymore. Is there any coming back from this level of deception? Should I give her one last chance, or is it time to walk away for good? And seriously, what's the dealio with Ryan? I feel like I'm losing my mind here. Please advise. Well, guys, that's it for that update. It is far from over because this story just keeps getting crazier. But yes, once again, we're going to check in with some comments to see what they think of the story so far. The two commenters that we're going to check on for this update is the first one, Red Flag Detector 101. OP, I rarely comment, but your situation has so many red flags it looks like a parade in China. Let's break this down. She lied about the hike. Strike 1. She created a fake engagement. Strike 2, 3, and 4, buddy. Mystery Man Ryan with the heart emojis. How do I tell you this? Strike. This woman is a pathological liar. She's manipulating not just you, but her entire workplace. Think about the level of deceit required to maintain a fake engagement story. That's not a small white lie, that's a full-blown alternate reality. And let's talk about Ryan. Best case scenario, she's emotionally cheating. Worst case, well, I bet your mind can figure it out. You say you love her, but man, you're in love with the persona she created, not the real her. The real her is someone who can lie to your face repeatedly without a flinch. You want to hear my advice? It's run for the hills, buddy. Block her on everything, get into therapy to process this trauma, and figure out why you're even considering staying with someone who treats you like this. You deserve so much better. Do not set yourself on fire to keep someone else warm, especially when that someone is holding a gallon of gasoline behind their back. Stay strong, OP, you've got this. Well, that's all I can really tell you. Comment number 2 from Compassionate Listener 55 does not really like the advice from the first comment. Comment number 2 says, okay, you know what, let's all take a deep breath here, especially Red Flag Detector 101. While I understand your perspective, I think you're being a bit harsh. Relationships are complex and, well, we're only getting one side of the story. OP, what your girlfriend did was wrong, no question. The lies and deception are serious issues that need to be addressed. However, I don't think that situation is as clear as some of you are making it out to be. Consider this. Your girlfriend is under immense pressure with this potential job relocation. She made a poor decision with the fake engagement, likely out of a panic and misguided attempts to secure her future. She's showing remorse and a willingness to make amends. Offering to turn down the job, go to therapy, is it possible that she's not a pathological liar, but rather someone who made a series of bad decisions, under stress, and is now realizing the consequences? As for Ryan, while the heart emojis, I guess you could say those are concerning, still, it's possible he really is just a supportive coworker. Some people use emojis very liberal. He might not even be into girls. Here's what I suggest. Take some time for yourself to process everything. Don't make a rash decision. If you feel up to it, have one more conversation with Londa. But this time set clear boundaries and tell her you need complete honesty. No matter how painful, consider, therapy too. You really need it. If you decide to give the relationship another chance, couples therapy is a must. Remember, only you can decide what is best for you. Alright guys, let me know what you think of those comments because we're on update 3, and the title for this one might be a little scary. Update number 3. I gave my girlfriend one last chance. Now she says she's pregnant, and I saw messages from Ryan. I think I'm having a midlife crisis. Hey, it's me again, the guy with the lying girlfriend, the fake engagement ring, and the mysterious dude named Ryan. I honestly don't know how my life turned into such a soap opera. It's a joke. But, here we are again. So, first, thank you for the advice on my last post. I read every comment this time, even if I could not respond to all of them. I was torn between the Run for the Hills crowd and the Give Her One Last Chance group. In the end, I decided I need closure one way or the other. Right? So, I agreed to meet Londa for dinner. I figured a public place would be good, witnesses and all that. Only half joking. So, I go to the restaurant first, feeling like I was going to throw up from nerves. When Londa walked in, the first thing I noticed was that she was still wearing that darn fake engagement ring. I swear my eyes started twitching. We sat down, ordered drinks, and before I could say anything, Londa burst into tears. Like full-on sobbing in the middle of this fancy restaurant. People were staring. I was wishing the floor would open up and swallow me whole. Then she dropped the mother of all bombshells. She's pregnant. I felt like I've been punched in the gut. My mind was racing, given the timeline of all the issues. I wasn't even sure if I was the father. When I asked her about it, she swore up and down that it was mine, that she never had been with anyone else, but at this point, how could I believe anything she said? As if this wasn't enough drama for one dinner. Londa's phone kept buzzing throughout the entire meal, and guess who? A ring-a-ring! Ryan's here! I couldn't take it anymore. I demanded to see the messages now. Londa refused, and we started arguing, and in her rush to grab her phone, before I could, she knocked over her glass of water, and it went everywhere. In the chaos, I managed to grab her phone. I only saw a few messages before she snatched it, but what I saw made my blood run cold. Let's just say Ryan and Londa have definitely been more than supportive coworkers. All hell broke loose after that. We were full-on yelling at each other in the middle of the restaurant, and I was demanding answers. She was crying and trying to explain, and people were staring, and I think I heard someone call for the manager. In the end, Londa stormed out, leaving me sitting there for half a while. Well, with my half-eaten dinner, a soaked tablecloth, and more questions than I could start with. Oh, and the bill. I can't forget that lovely parting gift. So here I am. I feel like I'm losing my mind. The woman I thought I was going to spend my life with is pregnant, possibly with my kid, but has also been lying to me for who knows how long and seems to be involved with her coworker. I don't even know what I'm asking at this point. What do I do? How do I even begin to untangle this mess, and how do I get the image of those messages out of my head? I feel like I'm having a breakdown. Any advice would be appreciated because I'm completely lost. Comment number 1 from Truth Seeker 2023. Holy crap, OP. I've been following this entire thing. I've got to say, this is beyond anything I expected. Let me break it down. She's still wearing the fake engagement ring. This shows you she has no remorse and is committed to her lies. The pregnancy bomb. That's classic manipulation tactic, had an ex-girlfriend pull the same. Don't believe it until you see a doctor's report. Ryan. Oh, Ryan. It's clear now that this is not just a supportive coworker. She's cheating on you, buddy. Emotionally at the best. Here's what you need to do ASAP. As soon as possible. Do not contact her. Any communication should be through a lawyer. Get an STD test, buddy. If she's cheating on you, you need to protect your health. If she's actually pregnant, and that's a big if, demand a paternity test. Do not sign anything or admit to being the father until you have proof. Document everything. Save those text messages if you can. Write down everything you remember from the dinner. Change your locks if she has a key to your place. Tell your friends and your family what's happening because you need support. And you need to get ahead of any stories that she might spin up. OP. I know you're probably in shock right about now, but you need to protect yourself. This woman has shown, well, who she really is. A manipulative liar who has no problem deceiving you. Her workplace and who knows who else. You deserve so much better than this, so stay strong and remember, the best revenge is living well. And a year from now, you're looking back and you're going to be thankful that you got out when you did. Comment number 2 from Empathy Eye says, wow, truth seeker. That's a pretty harsh take on clearly a complex and emotional situation. OP, I understand the urge to go into self-protect mode. I think we need to step back and look at the big picture. Yes, what Londa did was wrong. The lies, the deception, it's all inexcusable. But humans are complex and people sometimes do desperate things when they're scared or confused. Consider this. Londa is potentially pregnant. That's terrifying, especially given the current state of your relationship. She's facing a major career decision that could uproot her life. She's clearly struggling with guilt and confusion, as evidenced by her emotional outburst at dinner. None of these excuse her behavior, but it might help explain it, so here's what I suggest. Take some time to cool off. Don't make any major decisions while you're in the emotional state. If you feel up to it, try to have one more calm conversation with Londa. Set the ground rules, completely, honestly, no interruptions. Seek counseling for yourself. You've been through a traumatic experience and could benefit from professional support. If Londa is indeed pregnant, approach the situation calmly. Yeah, get a paternity test, but don't automatically assume the worst. Consider couples therapy if you both want to work on the relationship. It's a long road, but relationships can recover from infidelity if both parties are committed. Remember, OP, only you can decide what's best for you. If you feel the trust is irreparably broken, it's okay to walk away. But if you think there might be something worth salvaging, it's also okay to try. Whatever you decide, make sure it's a decision you can live with long term. I'm wishing you strength and clarity in this difficult time. Update number 4. Girlfriend is in the hospital. Ran into Ryan. Pregnancy was a lie, and her boss showed up. I think I'm having a soap opera moment. Oh my gosh. I don't even know where to begin. Just when I thought the situation could not get any more insane, the universe said, hold my beer. I'm writing this from a hospital bathroom stall because I need a minute to process what the hell I just had happen. Here it goes. After the disastrous dinner, I crashed at my buddy's place. Woke up in a series of frantic voicemails from Londa, crying, saying that she's at the hospital due to the pregnancy complication, asking me to come and begged me, really. I know, after everything I should have ignored it. But what if she really was pregnant with my child? What if something was seriously wrong? I couldn't live with myself if I did not at least check. So I rushed to the hospital, and the whole drive there my mind was racing. Part of me was worried sick, part of me was still angry, and another part of me was just numb. Like, I couldn't process one more emotional hit. I get to the hospital and head to the maternity and waiting room. And who do I see sitting there? Ryan. He just looks up to me and sees me, and I swear to gosh, he just goes pale as a ghost. He jumps up and goes, Tom, what are you doing here? I'm about to ask him the same thing when he says, I thought you and Londa broke up weeks ago. I felt like I was punched in the stomach. Before I could even respond, a nurse comes walking about saying Mr. and Mrs. Londa's last name, and she's looking at Ryan. I lost it. I started yelling at Ryan, demanding to know what the hell's going on, and the poor nurse looked like she wanted to sink into the floor. Ryan, to his credit, looked genuinely confused and upset. He tells me that he and Londa had been dating for months, and she told him that we had broken up right before she got the job offer. He had no idea about the fake engagement, or, well, for that matter, that she was still with me. Just then, Londa comes out of the exam room, and she sees me and Ryan facing off in a gladiator showdown. She turns white as a sheet. I've never seen someone crumble so fast. She just broke down, admitted there was no pregnancy. She made it all up to keep me from leaving her, and she had been juggling the two of us for months, feeding us lie after lie. I was feeling, reeling, trying to process all this when I see someone else walk into the ward. Londa's boss, looking oh so concerned and asking a nurse about Londa's condition. Well, guys, I'm here now writing this from the bathroom stall because I just needed to escape for a minute. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's real anymore. I mean, Londa's still out there, probably spinning more lies. Ryan looked as shell-shocked as I feel. I'm starting to feel bad for the guy. And what the hell is her boss doing here? I'm lost. I mean, I'm hurt. I'm angry. At this point, I don't even know what questions to ask anymore. I mean, how did my life turn into this? What do? I guess I have to go back out there and face whatever you call this. Any advice for this cluster hell would be much, much appreciated. Anyways, once again, I'll end it with the sentence, I need a drink. Final update. Update number 5. The truth, the aftermath, and where I go from here. Hey guys, yeah, I know. It's been a while. For those of you who have been following my saga, which somehow feels like it lasted years, but it's just happened now yesterday, this is going to be my final update. Buckle up, Cherry, because the truth is even crazier than we thought. After I posted my last update from the hospital bathroom, I finally worked up the courage to go back out there and face the music. What happened next was like a fever dream. Turns out Londa's boss wasn't there out of concern. He was there because she had listened to him and listed him as an emergency contact, yet another lie to add to the pile. But wait, it gets better, or worse depending on how you look at it. Boss Man wasn't just an innocent bystander in all this. He and Londa have been having a steamy affair for months. And when I say months, I mean pretending. Well, it even predates both her relationship with Ryan and me. Yeah, the boss, a married man with children, because of course he does, had been pulling strings to get Londa that promotion and relocation. Well, why, you probably wonder? To keep their affair going, duh. Classy, right? Guys, at this point, Ryan and I were both so shell-shocked that we ended up going to a bar together. Nothing like bonding over being royally messed up together, I guess. We spent hours piecing together Londa's web of lies, realizing just how deeply she manipulated all of us for her own gain. You know what? The fallout is what they call on the internet nuclear. Londa's boss resigned to, quote, focus on his family, aka damage control. The job offer and promotion were rescinded once the company learned of the ethical violations, and Londa reached out multiple times, beginning to beg at this point for forgiveness and another chance with both Ryan and me. Yeah, right. We both blocked her on everything and decided to even press charges. Emotional distress and fraud. As for me, well, I'm still picking up the pieces. I did finally listen to a commenter. I started therapy, just to work through the trauma and trust issues from this whole ordeal. Reconnecting with my old friends, and just realizing how isolated I'd become in my relationship with Londa. Ryan and I have become friends. Bonding over the shared experience, we watch NFL together and MMA. I'm focusing on my career and personal growth. Not ready to date again anytime soon. Last I heard, Londa moved back to her hometown and was finding herself through yoga and meditation. Whatever. Good luck with that, I guess. Some days I feel like I'm healing, and other days the anger and hurt come flooding back. I'm taking it day by day, trying to rebuild my life and make some sense of myself. Part of me wonders if I'll ever be able to trust someone fully again. But for now, I'm just trying to rediscover who I am outside of this chaos. Life goes on, but I can't shake the feeling that I'll always be looking over my shoulder, waiting for the other shoe to drop. To everyone who's followed this insane journey, thank you for your support, advice, and occasional much-needed reality checks. Your comments have been a lifeline in my darkest moments. If there's one thing I've learned from all this, it's that the truth always comes out eventually. And while it might hurt like hell, it's better than living a lie. Here's to healing, growth, and hopefully one day trust. Wish me luck, I think I'm gonna need it. Alright guys, that was every single update made by OP, and now let's check out a few comments to wrap this bad boy up. Comment number 1 comes in from Phoenix Rising saying, OP, I've been following your story from the get-go, and all I can say is wow. You've been through the ringer, and I'm in awe of how you're handling it all. First off, good on you for pressing charges. Londa's actions went way beyond just relationship drama. I mean, come on, what she did was calculated maliciousness. She needs to face the music. I'm glad you're in therapy. This kind of betrayal can mess with your head for a long time. Remember, it's okay to not be okay sometimes. Healing is not linear. It's great that you and Ryan were able to connect. There's something powerful about finding an understanding and a shared trauma. Just be careful not to let your friendship become solely about Londa. You both deserve to move on. And here's the final comment that does not agree with Phoenix Rising. This comment comes from Cautious Heart 88. Phoenix Rising, I agree with most of what you said, I guess, but I think we need to be careful about demonizing Londa entirely. Yes, what she did was terrible and inexcusable, but people are people and we're complex. OP, while I completely understand your anger and hurt, I hope that in time you'll be able to find some compassion. Not for Londa's sake, but for your own. Holding on to the anger will only hurt you in the long run. I'm not saying you should forgive her or let her back into your life, absolutely not. But try to understand that her actions likely stem from deep-seated insecurities and issues. That doesn't excuse what she did by far, but I don't know. It might help you process it. As for pressing charges, I don't know. That's a personal decision. Just be prepared for a long, potentially draining legal process, and make sure it's really what you want, not just a knee-jerk reaction. Focus on your healing mainly. It's great that you're in therapy and reconnecting with old buddies. That's where your energy should be right now. Anyways, I do wish you the best and I enjoyed your story.